The world's most painful plant. Doesn't have thorns. It doesn't have sharp leaves. And it doesn't need poison strong enough to kill. Instead, it relies on something far more terrifying. Millions of microscopic hairs, so small they're almost invisible. Native to the rainforests of northeastern Australia. Gympie-Gympie often grows along forest trails, where hikers can brush against it without ever realizing the danger. At first glance, its large heart-shaped leaves look soft, almost inviting. But every leaf, every stem, and even its small clusters of flowers, are covered with tiny silica hairs that act like miniature hypodermic needles. The moment your skin touches the plant, those fragile hairs snap off and inject a powerful neurotoxin. Deep beneath the surface, scientists only recently identified one of these toxins, known as Gympie-Gympie, a unique peptide that attacks pain receptors and keeps them switched on for far longer than normal. Victims have described the pain as being burned by acid, electrocuted, and stung by thousands of wasps, all at the same time. The agony doesn't disappear after a few hours. For many people, it lasts for days or even weeks. In severe cases, the pain can return months later, triggered by cold weather, hot showers, or even something as simple as rubbing the affected skin. Removing the hairs is almost impossible. Each one is thinner than a human hair, making them incredibly difficult to see. Medical workers often use adhesive wax or tape to pull thousands of the tiny needles from the skin. But many still remain embedded. One careless touch can stay dangerous for years. That's why researchers studying Gympie-Gympie wear thick protective suits, face shields, and heavy gloves. Unlike Gympie-Gympie, this plant doesn't attack with tiny needles. Instead, it waits for sunlight to do the damage. Giant hogweed is one of the largest flowering plants on Earth. A fully grown plant can reach over 5 meters, or 16 feet, in height, with enormous umbrella-shaped flower clusters stretching nearly 1 meter across. Originally, it grew naturally in the Caucasus Mountains, between Europe and Western Asia. During the 19th century, European botanists became fascinated by its enormous size. The plant was imported into gardens across Britain, France, Germany, and many other countries as an exotic ornamental flower. But it didn't stay inside gardens for long. Its seeds spread into rivers, roadsides, fields, and forests. Today, giant hogweed is considered an invasive species across much of Europe, Canada, and parts of the United States. What makes this flower truly dangerous isn't its height. It's the clear sap hidden inside the stems, leaves, flowers, and even the roots. That sap contains a group of chemicals called phyranocoumarins. Unlike ordinary plant toxins, these chemicals don't immediately injure your skin. Instead, they quietly remove your skin's natural protection against ultraviolet light. The real danger begins only after sunlight reaches the affected area. Within a few hours, the skin becomes red, hot, and painfully swollen. Large fluid-filled blisters soon develop, often resembling severe second-degree burns. Doctors call this reaction phytophotodermatitis, a chemical burn triggered by sunlight. The injury can take weeks to heal. Dark scars may remain for months, sometimes even years. The damaged skin often becomes unusually sensitive to sunlight long after it appears to recover. The greatest risk comes if the sap splashes into your eyes. Exposure can cause severe inflammation, temporary blindness, and in some reported cases, permanent loss of vision. That's why workers removing giant hogweed wear waterproof suits, chemical-resistant gloves, face shields, and eye protection, even on cloudy days. Ironically, the plant never evolved to hurt people. Its toxic sap is believed to discourage grazing animals from eating its enormous leaves. Humans simply become accidental victims when curiosity, gardening, or even a walk along a riverbank brings them into contact with it. One touch won't hurt you. One sunny afternoon after that touch just might. Some trees carry warning signs. This one carries a reputation. The Manchineel is often called the world's most dangerous tree. Its name comes from the Spanish word manzanilla, meaning little apple, because its small green fruits resemble tiny apples. That innocent appearance has fooled people for centuries. Native to the Caribbean, the Gulf of Mexico, Central America, and northern South America. Manchineel usually grows along tropical beaches and coastal swamps. Ironically, it plays an important role in protecting coastlines. Its deep roots help stabilize sand, reduce erosion, and shield shorelines from storms. But every part of the tree contains a thick white latex sap. The bark, the leaves, the flowers, the fruit, even broken twigs release it. That milky sap contains several highly irritating toxins, including compounds known as phorbol esters, which trigger intense inflammation when they come into contact with human skin. Touching the tree may not seem dangerous at first, but within minutes, the affected skin begins to burn, followed by redness, pain, and large blisters. The danger becomes even greater when it rains. Raindrops wash the sap from the leaves onto anyone standing underneath. That's why many Manchineel trees in the Caribbean are marked with red paint or warning signs, telling visitors to stay away. The fruit may be the most deceptive part of all. Early explorers described it as sweet at first bite. But within moments, the pleasant taste changes into an intense burning sensation throughout the mouth, throat, and stomach. Swallowing larger amounts can lead to severe swelling, making it difficult to eat, drink, or even breathe. Even burning the wood can be dangerous. The smoke carries tiny droplets of toxic sap that may severely irritate the eyes, skin, and lungs. For that reason, people who cut down Manchineel trees must allow the wood to dry for long periods before it can be safely used. Despite its deadly reputation, the Manchineel didn't evolve to harm humans. Its powerful chemical defenses protect it from insects, animals, and the harsh coastal environment where few other trees can survive. To the tree, humans are simply another animal that got too close. One beautiful beach, one harmless-looking tree, and one mistake you may never forget.